Carl, the break room's levelled up a little bit.
Yeah, we've levelled it up a little bit. Look at this.
Here at Ali Pali, Moscone Cup week.
No drinks though.
No, well, I mean, there's no room. Obviously, the table's been nicely dressed up, but it's not the most convenient for drinks. But Moscone Cup, mate.
Moscone Cup week.
Moscone Cup week. I know, obviously, you played in this event so many times. Is it still your favourite event of the year?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, I was unlucky enough not to, play at Ali Pali, unfortunately. But obviously, some great times over the years, and feels like a different lifetime ago, to be fair. But obviously, good to be back at Ali Pali, and obviously, when you think of the tour and all the events, I think there's just something special about Team Pool.
Yeah. Well, obviously, you touched on Ali Pali. It's an amazing venue we're in. I know you're always so high on Blackpool. Blackpool for the Moscone Cup. What was that like back in the day?
Blackpool was good just because it's completely different. Obviously, this is an arena that you've got to build. That's just an arena. That's, you can just put a table in the middle. Snooker shootouts there next weekend, by the way.
Yeah. But have you been in the arena yet this week? I haven't been in since
I've not been in since I've arrived here, but
yeah.
Obviously I've been in it numerous times, so I know what to expect. But yeah, obviously it's incredible. Obviously when you walk in, you just see how big it is, how vast of a room it is, and it's bizarre thinking that's actually the room where the World Darts Championships is.
I know, it's crazy.
As well. It's crazy, yeah.
I mean, I always forget how massive this entire venue is. Obviously, we've got the players practicing down in one room that's in a completely separate part of the building. Then you get up here, the scale of this place, we had the press conference out here by the Palm Court where we are.
Yep.
The other side of the building, we've got a massive fan zone this year. So as all general punters come in through those doors, straight into the fan zone, the tables, the bars, the food, everything's set up there.
Tables in there.
There's some tables in there. And then we've got VIP hospitality again.
Yep.
Obviously, this event, every single year, it just seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously, the thing with the Moscones, when you think about it, is like the average person who doesn't follow pool, they've heard of the Moscone Cup.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because obviously I'm from England and obviously nine ball's not really. It's quite weird, really. When you think about it, when we put a tournament on a World Nine Ball Tour event on, whether it's in London, the UK Open, or obviously up in the Midlands, it's a bit surreal thinking we always sort of struggle for fans. But when it's Moscone Cup week, it's packed out, isn't it? It's quite bizarre. But obviously in England, nine ball pool's not really a big sport. But if you speak to your friends, or if you're out for a beer, or just some youngish lads, everyone sort of knows what the Moscone Cup is. They know it's that team event sort of near Christmas.
Well, obviously the one thing that the Moscone Cup has that's separate to all the other events is the press conference, a little bit kind of like the boxing, where you get both teams on stage there with Emily and they're talking a bit of smack to each other. It started off quite tame, I thought, until like the past. And then the last 10 minutes, and Tyler's like, can you have the mic for 30 seconds? And shit at the fan, really.
Well, Jason teed it up a bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I was a bit like you. I thought, well, it's going to be a bit tame, a bit boring. Obviously, the fact that, some of them guys have played in the Reyes Cup about a month ago, maybe that might have had something to do with it. But, it only takes one little thing, doesn't it? And you can soon get riled up. And when Jason sort of mentioned that he'd seen some message that Shane Van Bowen had wrote, saying he wants Lucas in the team and not Billy.
He's stirring the pot, Jay, wasn't he?
Yeah, obviously Shane didn't know what to say, did he? But I thought he handled it well, really. He's like, well, it is what it is. I'd like to get to the bottom of why he wants that pick, though.
Why you'd want Lucas?
Yeah, why? Why would you want a rookie? Listen, obviously there's a big chat and there's always some, fun debates about rookies, but I don't think Billy's... Billy, to be fair to him, was sat there and he feels like... I've had this one year, actually, because you picked last, you kind of become the scapegoat a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're the last pick. The fans forget that there's 2 wild cards, so why is it not the 4th pick who's getting the stick? It always seems to be the last guy.
Yeah. Well, obviously the 4th pick this year was Skyler.
Yeah, but
as the captain.
But obviously, like if there's a captain and then he's picking, 2 players, always seems to be the 5th player. But Billy was there saying, I believe I belong in. I think he's right. I think he deserves his place.
I think he answered it really well.
I think he deserves his place in the team. When you look at other American players, I don't see anybody who I would personally pick before Billy Thorpe. I know obviously there's always the Bergman chat, but he just doesn't play, does he?
No.
You can't just play in your local pool room and do a bit of gambling and expect to get in a major event like this. Obviously, he's played in it. He's a brilliant player. We all know that. But so, when people talk about him getting in the team, it's just nonsense. He's out of the equation, unfortunately. So when you look at everyone else, Lucas, Dominguez, I mean, where do you really go with it? I think Billy's, he's done all right in it.
I would say, and in Billy's credit, I think this year he's even more worthy of his pick than last year. He's had some good finishes this year. Yeah. He hasn't played, and also he hasn't played every tournament for various circumstances.
Yeah, I mean,
but Perry Open, he had a strong showing there, really tough field. So when there's not too many options out there, I think I agree with you.
Well, I think the thing is, obviously, everyone knows he's like Skyler's best mate.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of it's favouritism, but at the end of the day, you could say that about, obviously, a captain picking himself, couldn't you? You're being favourite towards yourself at the end of the day, which is fair enough. But listen, I think Billy deserves to be in the team. You know what I mean? I'd be happy if you were in my team. He's won. It's not like he's had a nightmare. No one else in the team has done better than Billy Thorpe, have they? In all the cups they've played. He's won singles points, doubles points. He's beat Shaw in a singles match. So he's picked up points.
If we go through that Team USA team, obviously start with the captain, Skyler. He picks Billy, which means the same team as last year. We were speaking to him earlier, and he said that this year they've taken it more seriously in how they've been preparing. They feel like they're going to come here with a bit of a different mentality. He even said that they're not trying to have as much fun. And I think even when he started answering the press conference, he tried at the start, didn't he? He was like, yeah, we're just here. It's fine. Tried to downplay it a little bit. Jason tried to rile him up a bit towards the end. But do you think that mentality might be a bit different for Team USA this year? That they come here with a serious mentality?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's like the boxers say, it's all well and good training, but when someone punches you in the face, you don't know how you're going to react. And I think it's a bit like that. This week we've seen over the years too many times the Americans look at like defeated after, let's say losing a day one and going 2 or 3 behind, but you got to keep going. But same team last year, obviously, same set of 5 lads. I think obviously they've no choice but to come here and try and do something different. And obviously if that works, they've got all the plaudits of saying, listen, we did things different. It paid off. But I kind of like America's chances this year. I won't lie. I know they're getting wrote off everywhere I look.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of here for you. Really interesting stat that I've seen. So obviously 2 rookies in the European team this year. The last time that happened was 2018 here at Alexandra Palace. Kazakis and Kachi, and Team USA won.
Yeah, with not the same team, but 4 lads was in this team, that was in that team, and I think 2019 it was, wasn't it?
2018 that was.
Yeah, but 2018 was in America.
2018 was here, 2019 was in Vegas.
So 2018 was here, 4 lads, and was it Corey Jewell?
I think I think it was Corey.
Yeah, so if you think about it, you're basically taking Corey out and putting Feder in.
Yeah.
So the team actually on paper is stronger than that year.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you make of Feder this year? Comes to Alexandra Palace. Last time he was here, he had an absolute nightmare. Crowd well on his back, as you would imagine. Yeah. First time coming back to Europe as an American. This time, he's kind of struggled in the Moscone Cup. And as far as a sense of, if you look at what he does as a singles player, and we talked about it at the Reyes Cup, it's kind of nothing compared to how he plays in that team's one. He says that he's ready this week. He thinks that this week's the one where it's going to click for him. What do you think?
I mean, listen, obviously you kind of think he's too good for it not to click, but I suppose look at Shane Van Bonen, obviously this is his 19th cup. Not had a lot of wins in the Moscone, but in fairness to him, what a lot of people don't realise as well is he's always had them big matchups. He's played last on, a few years ago we used to have that last singles match, 5 points rather than 4. And he was always up against, the likes of Darren Appleton, the Suke's, the Fines, the real big players. He's played Filler a lot. He's beat Filler. Filler's beat him. So he's always had that big match. But, from his own admission, he's probably not played it's proper gaming in Moscone, but who really does? It's hard, isn't it? You know, race to 5. Obviously, all the lads are there. You know, there's a lot of pressure on you. But going back to the press conference, I do sort of disagree with what Shaw's saying, or Al-Kaidi rather, not Shaw. He was on about, no one's a rookie. It's not really like that anymore because there's more tournaments on the tour. But I just think, no, that's complete nonsense.
Well,
doesn't matter what you know. If you've won the Philippines Open with a big crowd, or you've won Hanoi, or you've won a few of the others, if you've never walked out there with 5 lads and played in that crowd where it's packed.
Well, what is that crowd like? Obviously, to me, to the vast majority of people watching this, they've never experienced anything like walking out there, whether it's a home crowd or an away crowd, having that crowd on top of you in that environment. As someone obviously who's played in it 4 times, what's it like?
It's brutal because obviously all eyes are on you, but it's not just that as well. It's the fact that, you know, you've got teammates on your side, you know, you're spending a lot of time together, you're all in the practice room, so there's a lot going on, and yeah, it's brutal. But listen, everyone was a rookie one day, weren't they?
Well, speaking of rookies,
we found one.
One of them's just walked in. Moritz Neuhausen.
What's up, guys?
How are we?
Oh, fantastic.
Get the branded mic, pal.
Yeah. What's up, guys? How are you doing?
Yeah,
how's life? How's the practice room? How's the? You've been together for 2 weeks. Are you sick of each other yet?
No, not yet.
that was
Maybe after the next 5 days. No, we're good. We had some fun times. Got to know each other on a different level.
Yeah.
Sharing houses, Airbnbs together, apartments. Yeah, it was interesting.
Obviously, Moscone Cup, brand new for you, but have you seen any kind of similarities in terms of the preparation, everything from what you went through in Manila with the rest of the team, being in that team event there?
Yes and no. I'd say it was somewhat similar with the one table setup, everybody getting ready before the matches and that shit, but overall it feels very different because we're one team now. I could tell before Fedo and Sky, they were like a team, then it was me and Jason and Fran trying to be a team, and then there was Jeremy trying to glue us together somehow.
Yeah.
While here, we're all one team. We qualified for the same thing. So it was very different, the feeling, and overall the team feeling is much better here. I feel like everybody's trying to be part of the team, trying to contribute. You know, one does the laundry, the other one cooks, then the other one cleans, whatever. You know, we're trying to be a team, like a normal household. Huh?
Which one's your job? What's your role?
I'm not really. I was probably doing the dishes the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you not a good cook?
No, I do, but I cook boring food. If I was alone, I'd just eat yogurt in the morning and chicken and salad at night. Pretty easy. But the other guys wanted to cook some different stuff. Joshua made his own food, and the rest of us had some steaks or chicken breast and salad and whatever. So that was cool.
Have you been out in the arena yet? Have you seen it? No? Are you not going to go in?
I am going to go eventually, but...
I know that, but I mean, are you going to go in before?
Yeah, but they told me I had to wait to get my reaction. Me and Piers are supposed to go together tomorrow.
We want to take him in tomorrow with the cameras and get that kind of initial response of seeing it, because I guarantee you it's like no arena you've ever seen before.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Da Nang because you had like 200, 300, 400 people just right on top of you. They could touch you. Then you had Hanoi, which was similar, but the main crowd was far away. Yep. And now you'll have this with many crazy fans, I've been told, trying to shark you at all times.
No, they won't be sharking you because we're in Europe.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're going to shark the European team. But it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
What about, at what point did you find out you was going to be playing doubles rather with Pierce the last match? Because in my era, that would never have happened. You know, you wouldn't put 2 rookies out together. And answer this honestly. Are you happy with that? Or deep down, would you rather play with like one of the guys who's, you know, done it and seen it all to kind of like hold your hand to a degree?
I'm all for it.
Yep.
I love it. I told him I'd love to be the first doubles out there just to, you know, get the full experience. They said it's irresponsible to put us out as the first doubles, but me and him, we play unreal. We just trust each other. It's different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, me and David and me and Jason, we know each other. We've been on the tour for a while. You know, we had dinners and we did some stuff together. but it's different. Piers is someone that I chose to spend my time with. We shared Airbnbs. We go to dinner together. We are like a group, like actual friends.
On the tour?
On the tour,
Yep.
yeah. So that's kind of different. We are all friendly with each other, like David and Jason. But I'm actual friends with Joshua and Piers. So for me to play with Piers, it's like, yeah, whatever you want to do, I have full trust in you. I know how you are, and I know you'll give 100%. So I'm more than happy to play with him. And we play really good together. Surprisingly, all the guys were like, yeah, you guys are going to play together. There's no doubt about it. And I was like, okay, cool. Are we going to be the first doubles? And they said, nah, we can't put you first, but third.
Was that loss in Hanoi then a little bit bittersweet?
Yeah, I knew
to
before.
Pierce, because obviously that win got Pierce into this event, and you were already in.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you lose a major final, that's got to be, you know, gutting for you. But at the same time, to have your best mate join you here at that tournament, that must have made you really happy as well.
Absolutely. Funny thing, I know that there are some players out there trying to make deals before the final, especially if they're friends. But I'm known, I never do any deals, never. It could be for maybe if it's $1 million or zero, I might, you know, do a saver, but I don't do that. So he asked me before in the semifinals when we played at the International last year, and he was like, you want to do like a little saver because we are friends, you know, it's not going to be as bad. And I said, no, I don't do that. I just want to win. And then before the finals, he didn't even ask me anymore because now he knows I don't do that. So I played my heart out because I obviously wanted to win the 40,000, but at the same time I knew even if I don't win, there's nothing to be said about, because I thought, honestly, I thought I was going to play with him in the Reyes too. And I was just happy. I was just happy that he won. I think he deserves it anyways. He played so many semifinals. He's a great guy. And I knew before, if it's him to win or if it's me to win, I'm happy for both of us. I'm happy for me if I win the big money, or if I'm happy for him to play with the Moscone team. So, yeah, either way I was happy, and that's why I could enjoy the final. To me, it was good anyways. I just enjoyed the experience.
Obviously, Jason said in the press conference, it's like we knew that was going to be their lineup. Was he telling the truth there? Did you guys kind of plan there that thinking, you know, Skyler's going to come out in the singles, they're going to put Shane and Fedor together? What was the preparation like?
Can't disclose any secrets. We didn't take too much part in the lineups.
Yeah.
Me and Pius just said whatever we thought was maybe necessary to say, but we trust each other. I'm 100% certain that Josh and Jason are going to do their best to pull up the best lineup. They want to win. We all want to win. I don't know in how far they actually planned ahead and said, oh, this is what they're going to do. We weren't really involved in that because we said we're just going to play. They said, you guys just play. We do the thinking. And they have more experience in the Moscone Cup because I usually tend to go for the more realistic outcomes at all times. And I try to be like, yeah, but what if it's instead of 4-0 for us, what if it's 2-1, 2-2, and then the pressure's on? And they're like, don't think like that. We do the thinking, you do the playing, and we'll be good. So that's why I can't even say yes or no if that's what they actually planned, because I don't know.
Just going back to the press conference, it was a bit boring, it was a bit stale, and then Shaw threw a little bomb out there, you know, a little grenade, and it got a little bit spicy. Was that a planned thing? Did you know that was going to happen, or did Shaw just pick that one out?
I was disappointed. I thought we were going to swear at each other and go crazy, but nothing happened really. Tyler tried to stir the pot, which really didn't work. Then Jason threw a curveball, and what I actually was surprised about was Emily giving the ball to Shane again and saying, oh, Shane, you actually like the lineup? And he's like, it is what it is. And Jason goes, that's not the question, pal. And he's like, you know, I enjoyed that.
Do you think that's why Jason got you all together for a couple of weeks? I want to go back to the first time you all sat down together as a five. We know the filler stuff that's been going on. You know, it's well documented online.
Mm.
Obviously, that's the past. It's sort of moved on a bit now. Mm-hmm. We're about a year kind of from that. Mm-hmm. What was said between the five? Was there anything, or was it just we're a team, or we want some juicy stuff? Come on, give us some.
I can't say any juicy stuff without throwing anyone under the bus, so I'm not going to disclose anything that's too personal or...
Yep. But there was a conversation.
But of course, we spoke about many things. It was just the communication overall, like with all parties involved, saying Matchroom, Joshua, then the other guys that were involved in the team. I wasn't involved last year, so I wasn't part of it. I can't say I did or did anything. While the other guys, they obviously spoke about it. They said what happened, and then they discussed what truths or lies were told, and all that stuff going on. Same as Tyler, really, trying to stir the pot back there. I think we're one unit now.
Yep.
It was definitely necessary to have a talk. It was really good to be together for a while, because you could tell like Joshua needed some time to get going again. Then me and Piers, we didn't know what to expect. As I said, this event is different than the Reyes because we are actually one team. We all qualified. We're all more than happy that Josh is here. I think he deserves to be here. He played great. He has the points. He should be here.
Yep.
So we all agreed on that. David, surprisingly, is really like totally laid back. He's just, whatever you guys do, I'll go with you. I'll do this, I'll do that. He was really just trying to be nice, trying to be, I don't want to say the dad of the group, but he's just like, Moritz, don't worry, brother, you good. And it's, he's really, he's just warm, and he's like the glue that keeps everything together.
Yeah, I think that's why Jason picked him, because, it'd have been easy for him to pick Fran, wouldn't it? A lot of people might have thought Fran.
I think everyone was kind of torn between where's he going to go. Then David picks up the Philippines Open. And I think the main thing that I can see from it, obviously, having you and Piers in for your first time as well, is David just brings so much experience. Mm-hmm. He's so calm out there, and Jason knows that he's reliable.
You say that, but then he throws the two rookies out.
But yeah.
So everyone was thinking that, but to be fair, I was thinking, all right, a bit surprised, but I still am a bit surprised. I won't, hide from that fact. But obviously, the fact that you're saying you're very good friends, you're close, it makes a little bit more sense. But I know the era of Johan Royschnick would never have done that.
More so for you, I guess, Karl, would you say, if you were from a European perspective, are you thinking go out 4-0, try and get the job done early, or is it, if we drop a few points early on, it doesn't matter because there's so far to go? And so if say, this is maybe the time where you take a bit of a risk with putting Moritz and Piers together?
I mean, listen, it's going to go one way or the other, isn't it? But, when you think of, like, when David said, obviously, these guys have played all year, you've played in big tournaments, so has Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz.
Yeah.
What he did in that, 18-month period was unbelievable. And he never got a wildcard pick, did he?
Yeah.
And the reason why he didn't get a wildcard pick is because he's shown he's vulnerable in the team events at the minute. That can obviously change. We know that. But at the minute, he's just still a bit vulnerable. That's why Shaw thought, can't really take you.
One thing you guys don't know is the mentality that we have as individual players. Obviously, Josh loves this. Josh is fire and flames. He just wants to get out there and show everybody how good he is, and he obviously does all the time. He's unreal in the Moscone. And then I'm still not sure what to think of Piers. I don't know if he actually loves it, if he's all excited. He probably is excited, but there's always some uncertainty to it because we obviously haven't experienced this yet. Then you have Jason, the showman. Then you have David, who is calm. And then I'm looking forward to it so much. Like, I almost feel like Josh just going out there and screaming like crazy, which I'm not going to do probably, I guess. But I'm really looking forward to playing, and I think I have a feeling I'll do well. I don't know. So I think it's a really good thing to do, to put me and Piers first, because I'm there to, pull the wagon. And if Piers is there and he's really going for it, I think we'll be the greatest rookie doubles ever. And if not, then it's just great to be there and have someone as me or him, good friends on his side, so he knows whatever he does, it doesn't matter. We're still good friends, and I'm there to pick him up, he's there to pick me up, and whatever happens, happens. I think it's a free roll. It's much better to do it now, to gain the experience, to be out there together, to experience everything together, rather than, maybe throwing us under the bus. Here you go, play singles, here you go, play doubles with someone. I think it's just cool to give us the chance, and it also shows trust to us, rookies, that we can do it. And they believe in us, and I think that's the spirit we have.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, Moritz. We won't keep you too long. Just finally, who's coming over from Germany for you this week? Who's going to be in your camp?
my sister, my brother-in-law, and then I have like my American dad here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he flew from the US. I bought him Europe shirt. I made sure he's on our side.
Sure he'll take it off.
No, I'll kick him out.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll let you go practice. I hope the nerves haven't settled in just yet for you. Well, I mean, what can you do between now and tomorrow? Just you and Pierce together practicing, really?
No, we're just taking it step by step.
Yeah.
I guess the preparation will be the almost the same as playing in individuals, because at the end of the day, it still comes down to us playing well. No matter how good we get along, if we miss every ball, we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
So that's the game plan. We all just do what we're good at, find our rhythms, find our routines, go out there and fight. And Team USA is good. They're not walkovers, so we still have to play good. And we're looking forward to the fight.
My best of luck, man.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Best of
Enjoy
luck,
it.
mate.
See you later.
See you later.
Enjoy it.
Oh, got another one waiting in the wings, Carl.
Everyone's a rookie, pal. One day.
Everyone's a rookie one day. So one man who's certainly not a rookie, the captain, Skyler Woodward. Yeah, come in, my friend.
Get the mic, pal.
Oh, man.
It's a bit.
Sunk down in there.
How are you doing, Skyler?
I'm good. Am I talking in this?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a mic.
I'm good. I'm good, you know. Good as I can be.
yeah. Press conference. What'd you make of it? Me and Carl were saying it sounded a little bit tame, and then all of a sudden, last 10 minutes kind of went off the rails a bit.
I don't have much to say. I have much to say. We're not here to talk. We're not here to do all that. It's different this year, you know. I mean, at the end, yeah, it was cut off too short. I mean, you know, the fans wanted it. Let it happen, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, there was more to say, and I definitely had a few things to say, but it's done, so I didn't get to, but it's okay.
What about the lineup? Jason seems to think he knew which lineup you were going to go with. Are you a little surprised at theirs, or?
You can always say, "Oh, I knew what they were going to do," but I mean, I knew what they were going to do. I mean, he only had you have so many options. You can look at it. To me, what I looked at, I mean, yeah, we can go out and lose tomorrow, but I don't think he put up his best day one lineup. Personally, I don't know. You know, I mean, I feel like I have the best lineup I could put out to start. To go into day 2 to day 3, you know, because it all connects. So I think I did the best I could do overall. I mean, I looked at probably wasn't any other options. I looked at every option, and I think this was the best option I could come up with and stuff. But I mean, it's like last year we lost. I didn't feel like he put up his best lineup he could have, but I mean, he still got there. They still won. I mean, they're a great team. You don't have to like really focus on lineups, but because it's short races and everything. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, we're just gonna go out there and try to break good and play good, and then that's all we can do.
But you know, like obviously, USA 2018, 2019. Obviously, you won the cup. You won it here. 4 of the team that are in it now was in it then. So USA on paper is actually a stronger team, because I think it was it Corey Jewell who played at Ali Pali?
Yeah, we had Corey also here.
So you've took him out, and now you got Fedor.
Right.
So it is a stronger team, isn't it? So I don't buy into all this. Oh, America have got no chance.
And when we won that year, they had 2 rookies.
Yeah, Kazakis and Katcher.
Yeah. So I mean, deja vu. Nah,
Are
you never know, you know.
Are you surprised he's gone with 2 rookies though together?
I mean, it wasn't his choice, right? I mean, they made it by points. So
No, I don't mean in the team.
Oh,
I mean
well, you're talking about the
last
lineup, yeah. Yes.
I know.
Definitely surprised me, but I think if you look at the lineup, I mean, they ended up in the better spot if you're going to play them. But I mean, you never know. I mean, they could go out there and play great together, but it's a chance. It's a risk. If they both go out there and shit the bed, then they might be done. They do it together, they might. I mean, if they both go out there and play great, might start their Moscone Cup. You know, they're good, but if they go out there and both play bad, then you never know what's going to happen day 2 with them. They might just go straight downhill. I mean, you've been there plenty of times.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You play bad, it's hard to come out of it with that crowd. It's hard. But it's, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings with them too. And I don't know. That was a big thing with my picks. I think was I know what I'm bringing against. You don't know what they're bringing with them two. So that was a big thing for me also.
What about Billy Thorpe? What's been said about Billy? Because obviously Jason sort of threw a little grenade in there and sort of, tried to stir it. I think Billy's been getting a lot of unnecessary stick as well, because when you look at the options you probably have, I don't see why you wouldn't pick Billy.
Yeah, I mean, there's options there, of course. I mean, like, Lucas probably was. He played a lot this year. He done well and stuff. That was the main name everybody was saying, like I should pick. But at the end of the day, with them having two rookies, I know what I'm bringing. Say Lucas, if I bring Lucas and he goes out there and doesn't play well, and one of their rookies doesn't play well, then it's a push, and I don't gain nothing. I don't gain nothing there. So that was one thought. But it's also, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I could have picked Lucas, and I really do. But I mean, at the end of the day, I thought my best pick versus this team, was Billy. I think I needed the fire again one more time with this same team. I think I needed it one more time because I would go into it with a different look, a different approach at the event. So I mean, yeah, we went at it way different this year. It was kind of said in the press conference, but I wasn't going to say nothing. But Federer I'm not the biggest practice player, so I got Federer to take over the practice role, so he's doing all that. So we've been doing drills and stuff, getting prepared. So Federer's over all the practice stuff because that's more his style. So he's been over all that for us, and it's things are going really well, and the team's doing well.
So that's the difference. Federer's taking care of you're in the practice room, right, lads? We're going to do this.
Yeah, the discipline part on the practice, because I'm the guy that says, hey, let's just play races to 5, guys. Let's just play. But that's better now. It's good. So because that was my different approach this year. Was I thought this would be good for us, and then we'll see how it goes. Anyways.
I think that's where I went wrong in the race, because I was let's play race to 5 guy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, but yeah. I mean, who knows? You never know. Short races, you don't know. Anything can happen.
Let's talk about your match tomorrow. You're going out singles. You got Jason. Did you expect to be playing against Jason? And obviously, you've played him so many times over the years, and in this environment. So, what are you expecting?
It'll probably be loud, but it's probably unfortunate for him and me playing that. It's probably not. I don't know if it's going to be full tomorrow, being day one. So it's probably unfortunate for us. But because I know last time we played here, it was rough. It was rough out there. It felt like there was no Americans, and there was all Europeans. And they're so loud, I couldn't hear nothing. Yeah. I'm down there by myself. My team comes out and talks to me between racks. I couldn't hear them. It was crazy. But I mean, I love it like that. It's awesome. Like I said earlier, it's just I'd rather there be no American fans and let it be all Europeans. Let them yell at us. It just puts our back more against the wall, and the pressure on us. That's fine. I mean, it's good. Like, what do we got to lose? Like everybody says, oh yeah, we have no chance. But so what? The pressure's not on us. I don't feel. We just got to go out there and play. But yeah, it'll be a good match. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be good. We've had a lot of good matches, but like the real loud year, I end up getting them maybe. But we'll see. It's going to be fun. He got me the last couple times, I think, Moscone, but that's all right. We'll I think we're about even, so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Do you prefer it playing here in London rather than in America?
To me, I mean, I like it. I like it. It's different. It's like you got Moscone in Vegas, Moscone in Florida, Moscone in London here. It's just even like Vegas and Florida, they're different from each other, even though they're both Moscone Cup. And then here, it's just like there's more Americans, in Vegas or Florida where it's been, but then in London, I mean it's all different. They're all like their own Moscone Cup, but it's I prefer it in the States. I like having more fans for us, but I like it over here also when there's not as many fans for us and not everybody's against us. So I mean, I don't know. I like both. Moscone Cup's the best for me.
Last 2 times USA won it, you were the MVP. Ready to bring it again this year?
Yeah, I mean the goal is just to win. Like like I said, we have a different approach at it this year. Everything. It's just we have one goal, one thing in our mind. It's to win. We're not worried about nothing. Don't care about getting MVP. If I get MVP, great. I mean, just means that I did my job. It's just for us to win at the end of the day. That's it.
I think in the press conference earlier, obviously there was a little, even amongst the fans, they started getting a bit rowdy. But there was clearly some Americans in there. They've travelled all the way across the Atlantic. They're going to be in that small pocket to the right of you guys and there. So how excited are you to try put on a show in front of them, and how thankful are you and the guys for all the fans that have come across?
Yeah, I mean, definitely thankful for the people that do travel over here and support us like in person. But I mean, I'm thankful for the people that are sweating us at home also. It's just an amazing event. I'm glad that everybody came to support us, and people that's supporting them is fine too. I mean, they're just supporting all of us really. It's awesome to be able to play in front of a crowd like this and get to show what we can do and have some fun and everything. It's just it's great. I love this event.
Karl, I'll get a score prediction from you shortly, but while you're here, Skyler, what's the score going to be this week?
We're going to win 11-7.
11-7. Heard it here, Karl. What are you thinking? You like it?
I'll tell you when Skyler's gone.
No, say it now.
No, I've not thought about it. I don't know.
1, 2, 3. What pops in your head?
No, I think, forget score predictions. I'm more of the thought process of everyone thinks Europe can't lose, but I'm not so sure. I think America can win. I really do.
Well,
we heard it here. Let's go.
Well, thank you for joining us, Skyler. We'll let you go back to the practice room.
Yep, thank you.
Get ready for tomorrow.
Yep, thank you.
Cheers, buddy. Wow, what a treat.
I know. Neuhausen speaks very well, very confident, doesn't he?
Doesn't he? Do you think the Raiders Cup has helped him in that?
Yes and no, just because it's still environments. And obviously when you think about it, it's not like you can, obviously Asia won and, it was completely sort of one-sided, even though they come back a little bit on that final day. But, it's not like we're sat here thinking, well, Neuhausen was unbelievable in the Raiders Cup.
Yeah.
Because they got drilled, didn't they, the team?
Yeah.
And obviously there's about 200 people in there, and it's all a bit scattered. They're not on top of you. It's not like a bowl as well. They're sort of at the back, so it's a bit different. Still had the pressure of playing in a team, which obviously will help. But, walking out there tomorrow, it's just different.
We kind of covered some of the matches with the players. We'll just have a really quick run through. Teams match to open it. Obviously, it's every single time here, and now we're getting 3 of them these days. What do you make of that match? Do you like that match to open the tournament? And is it really a coin flip, as everyone kind of says?
We always say it is, but it isn't, because there's always a moment where you think, damn, if you do look at the Raiders Cup, the very first rack, Ruiz misses the 8 ball in the side pocket, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the lads, and they went on to lose that point. So I feel like there's always a big moment in the team point. It's you just don't know who it's going to come down to, because obviously you just play a rack each, so it's always a bit of a funny one. But yeah, we do think it's a coin flip, but actually, when you look back at the team points, you think, well, they missed a trick there. But I think the team point, is more important for the USA. I think USA have to win that team point, because obviously you've got Filler coming out and you've got Shaw coming out.
Yeah.
So obviously it'll just put that little bit of pressure on.
Alcady and Filler, very strong lineup. Then again, they're playing against SVB and Fedor, which is, who knows how they perform. But on paper, take the previous out of it, Shane and Fedor should be a very strong lineup. Just depends how they come out.
yeah, obviously Filler is a phenom. Didn't play last year. Obviously, there's been a lot of controversy in his career recently. He's got to come out there, he'll be massively up for it, be pumped. He wants to put on an unbelievable performance, show the world, who Filler is. But you never know. It could just, a few little things can creep in. Maybe he could end up being a bit overamped, and you just never know how that match is going to go.
Jason Shaw, expect the usual, do you, here in London?
You do, but when you think about, I think this is worth saying. It might be very controversial, but when you think about, we're talking about like Neuhausen, Labutus, they've played all year to get in the team. Shaw's having an easy run of it because they're giving him the captain's role and he can pick himself. He's playing in his 10th Moscone Cup.
This is number 10, yeah.
How many out of 10 would he have qualified for? I'm not saying he wouldn't have got picked off a captain, by the way. I understand that. But what I mean is he's getting straight in, isn't it, without earning it on the table throughout the season. And if you look at his season this year, he's not really done much, has he, on the table? And one thing that I always, because I've known Jason since he was a young lad, he's just a supreme potter of the ball. He's one of the best potters I've ever seen. But obviously age gets to you and you do start to miss a few. And we've seen that this year. There was the match where, which match was it? Obviously the 9-ball, but forget about that.
Yeah.
That match as well. Throughout the end of that match, you had chance after chance after chance. I know everyone talks about the 9-ball, but the match weren't really lost there. It was kind of lost before. He just couldn't get over the line. Mm-hmm. And sitting at the Reyes Cup, he missed 3 or 4 balls in that team match where you were like, okay, bit strange.
Yeah.
Obviously, he feels like this is his home. This is where he loves to play. The good memories will come back. You can kind of forget about, missing some balls in the seasons you have had. But I have seen a few misses this season from Shaw that I've not seen in the last 20 years of knowing him.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's up against Skyler. Do you think, has anything kind of got in his head from that one, from the press conference, do you think, or is it, No,
Skyler's too experienced. He's played in a lot of Moscone Cups. He's won some big points. He become like the main man for America, where he was the one guy that didn't look scared going out there. He was up for it. He was winning matches. He weren't missing easy balls. Good matchup. I like it. I like the fact that both captains have gone sod it and going out there. I thought Filler might go out there, to be honest.
I thought Filler was going to be in the singles. Yeah.
But obviously Shaw's gone. I get it as well, because he can get the crowd going. If Shaw wins, he really gets the crowd going. We've seen it numerous times. So I kind of like that matchup as well.
Yeah. And then to close out the day, obviously, we spoke the 2 rookies together against Tyler and Billy. We haven't really spoke much about Tyler.
No. I was having a look at his singles record in the Moscones he's played. He's won 2 matches. I think he's lost 5. So he's played 7 singles points, I think it was. Without getting my phone out and checking, I'm sure he's played 7 singles. So he's won 2. So it's not unbelievable. But I think he's just improving all the time on the table. His work ethic is second to none. He's always putting the work in. Premier League pool, I thought he played some wonderful matches. I know he didn't win the tournament, but I thought he played some really good matches. Even matches where he lost 5-4, I thought, all right, I've seen a bit more from Tyler. So I think he'll be okay. And as I said, I've said a few times, I like Billy in the team. I think he's done enough over the years to warrant his spot in Team USA. But all eyes for me are on the 2 rookies in this rain. Is it going to get us?
I know. I mean, if you come into Ali Pali this week, bring your jacket. London is a bit cold, a bit wet at the moment.
But the 2 rookies, Neuhausen speaks very well, does all the right things. Is he going to become one of the, the Fillers or the Shaws of the Moscone Cup? Maybe it's Labutus. It's hard to talk about him because he's so quiet. He's like that Mr. Nice Guy vibe. But you can see there with Neuhausen, confident, not afraid to speak. Reyes Cup, he kept getting up and speaking. But is that naive or is it confidence? One thing we are going to know is they're going to go out there and they're going to show us what they can do.
Well, prediction for day 1 then. 4 matches in store for us. Teams, 2 doubles and the singles. What are you saying?
2-2.
2-2. Are you going to say which matches or?
Does it matter? 2-2.
2-2. Okay. And then go on for the.
You?
3-1 Europe.
3-1 to Europe.
But I think it depends on the team's match. It could be 2-2, 3-1 Europe. Either way.
Okay.
Then go on then for the week.
For the week. I'm not going to predict a score. I'm just going to predict an outcome.
Go on.
Obviously, everyone's saying Europe can't lose.
Europe won it 5 in a row.
I know.
5 in a row.
And USA have won 3 since 2007.
Shane's played in 19 and won 3 of them.
Yeah.
He's played not, so yeah.
I've played in 4 and won 4.
Yeah.
That's how bad his record is. Right? Let's get that in. No, I just don't think it's going to be a Europe runaway. I think there's more to this cup, and I wouldn't be surprised if America have won it come the end.
Well,
but
2 years ago here it was 11-3. I don't think.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, the trophy's here.
There we go.
2 years ago here it was 11-3. I don't think we can see 11-3.
No,
I think it's going to be tighter than that.
Listen, Europe could win it. We've seen it all again. 6 times. I get it, but I'm not of that ilk of everyone just keep saying Europe can't lose, America have no chance.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think America have got a genuine chance this year.
I agree. Completely agree. Well, 6:30 p.m. tomorrow, we start on Sky Sports. But before that, Carl, 5:45 p.m, we have a full preview show from the Fan Zone, live on Matchroom Pool YouTube, WNT TV, and Sky Sports YouTube.
We do?
We do. I think, you on that?
I don't know.
I think you are on that.
Right, that's the first I've heard. Okay.
So, yes, you're going to be on the preview show, in with the fans and the fans
get here
village.
at 5:45 then.
Well, doors open from 5 p.m.
Right. Who's on the preview show?
Not 100% sure yet. I know you are.
Okay.
I think Freezer.
Right.
And maybe JJ, and then try and get some of the fans in the fans village knocking about
Is
out there.
somebody hosting the preview show?
It's Sky are hosting it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So that's from 5:45 p.m. and then the action gets underway 6:30 p.m. Sky Sports, WNT TV. Subscribe $10, get the full Moscone Cup. There are still some tickets available. Friday is sold out. Saturday is close to sold out. Few tickets available for tomorrow and Thursday. So if you haven't got them, get them. And we will see you at Alexandra Palace it's going to be an insane week, Carl, right?
Yes.
Let's go. See you there.